All right, did you do your homework? No? Take a look on this. You should be doing this now. Today we're going to talk about musical memory.
You got to host me, otherwise I don't know, I might lose it.
All right, I'll give you a G, and from there, you're gonna hear in your head Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
What
right?
song is this?
Call it a song is a little... Dude, this is the most mainstream classic music of all time. If you don't know that, you should not be watching this channel. Just go. Come on. Just chop. All right? Okay, let's hear it. Did you hear it? What did your brain just do? Did it play a recording? Did it feel like a time-distributed neurochemical synapses event registered in your brain? Or did it just recreate the experience of hearing it? Actually, studies show that when you hear something in your head, also known as audiation, your secondary auditory cortex system is actually recreating all the nerve impulses that happened exactly at the moment that you heard for the first time, except that you don't have the mechanical phenomena happening. It works exactly as it does when you are actually listening to it. Musical memory is probably one of the most mysterious phenomena of musical perception. Your brain's not just remembering a fact about the music, it's actually recreating the experience. When you think about the flavor of orange, you don't actually feel the flavor, but you remember it. That's not the same with music. When you remember something, you actually hear it. When we talk about musical memory, we usually talk about the ability to remember a melody that had just been played once, like a short memory type of skill. Something like this. Da-da-da. Turns out that for us composers, this is a little bit overrated. What are you trying to do? You're trying to impress a friend or you try to pass a test? Right, but I'm gonna say you right now, okay, that the music memory development is the epiphany of musical perception development, but probably not exactly the way you expect. Let's do an experiment together. So far, everything that we did in this series is about hearing the now, like the context. Yeah, when we say memory, the first thing that comes to our minds is remembering melodies. Don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely obsessed with the idea that you have a strong theme, and my favorite melody ever is the Symphony of Psalm second movement. I hear that in my head all the time.
You got to host me.
Not this one. Guys, did you check? Come on. But here's the thing, there are so many memorable music events that are not exactly melodies, because a memorable sound discourse can be made of notes, becomes a melody, or can be made of different type of sound events. They are all essentially discourse through time. You memorize because it has intrinsic patterns that appeal to your inner ear. The more complex is the pattern, the harder it is to memorize, of course. And that carries kind of a little trap, because sometimes it's so hard to memorize at first listen, you tend to refute it.
You got to host me, otherwise.
Okay. Training your memory, and I will make a bold claim here, it's not about the ability to record instantly something that you heard. It's about creating a passport to a land of new possibilities, because you learn how to expand your spectrum of what you perceive as likable. Because if you hear something weird that doesn't fit into some tonal box, something that you're used to, you tend to refuse. Compare that to like a standard melody, a standard tonal melody like the Fifth Symphony from Beethoven, that you retain quickly, you remember quickly, so it's more likable. When you train your brain to retain more complex standards, and that's why we developed the memory, a whole new world of possibilities become likable. Hence, your appreciation range expands, your pool of compositional ideas expands. If you noticed, since the beginning of the video, I'm presenting you a kind of weird fragment of music.
Host me, otherwise.
And if you notice in the word otherwise, in the wise, the harmony went in a direction that's kind of not very expected. And naturally, that causes some resistance. But by now, you probably accept it more naturally. You accept it more naturally to the point that if I play a tonal version of the same passage, it actually becomes weird.
Host me, otherwise.
Can you believe that? Your acceptance, what you perceive as likable, will always respect first your memory, then your tonal intuition. Alright, if you did the homework that I suggested in the previous video, you should be able by now to sing an entire, not entirely, but at least 3 degrees of a major progression. Something like E, D, or more. Right? Because, as I explained in the other video, that forces your brain to sing the major color of the major progression in your head before you even sing. Now I have a new homework for you. I want you to compose a simple 3 chords progression, but there is a catch. The first 2, you put in whatever major progression, minor progression you want. Doesn't matter. But the 3rd chord has to be outside. What I mean by that, let's say you have a D minor 7 followed by a G7, whatever. Yeah, you can say, yeah, I can definitely do a C major at the end because that's the progression. That's the catch. You cannot put any chord, not A minor in this case. You cannot put any chord that actually belongs to that tonal field. Don't. Put something that's completely outside. In this example, I would put an F sharp major at the end. It has to be outside. Once you do that, create a little melody that matches each chord. And then you practice singing it. You can use some instruments together. The point is that you're going to do it until it becomes absolutely natural. When you do that, you stop, you relax, and just remember. And remember many, many times. When you finish that, you replace the last chord for something that belongs to the tonal field. You're gonna be surprised how weird it becomes. My point is that memory is the first priority in your inner ear. And that's why you should develop it. Try it and let me know in the comments if you need some help. And don't forget,